To order and welcome everyone here this evening. If we could all stand and rise and do the pledge of allegiance, please.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Lord, guide and inspire us with the wisdom to oversee the daily task of government. Help us to always set goals for the benefit of the borough. Amen.
Now I'd like to ask the Borough Secretary to please do roll call.
Ms. Foley? Here. Mrs. French?
Here.
Mr. Wigan?
Present.
Mr. Penny?
Here.
Ms. Peterson? Here. Mr. Astor?
Here.
Mrs. Strauss?
Here.
Mayor Fry?
Here.
Thank you. The first item on our agenda is a resolution revising the 2012 meeting calendar. The calendar of Borough Council meetings for calendar year 2012, published on December 19, 2011, shall be amended as follows. Committee meetings of the Borough of Folcroft Council will be held on the first Tuesday of the month of February and thereafter on the second Tuesday of the month of March through December 2012, beginning at 7 p.m. in the Folcroft Municipal Building at 1555 Elmwood Avenue. Council meetings of the Folcroft Borough Council will be held on the third Tuesday of the month of January, the second Tuesday of the month for February, and thereafter the third Tuesday of the month from March through December 12th, beginning at 7 p.m. in the Folcroft Municipal Building, 1555 Elmwood Avenue. Do I have a motion to approve this resolution?
Move to adopt.
Do I have a second?
I have a question. Are we skipping the committee meeting?
This was advertised as a special meeting.
It was
in the
But
Daily
you're
Times.
supposed to have a committee meeting to discuss before you pass. No, we're just gonna railroad course. Go ahead.
If you have any questions, we're going to discuss committee meetings in the new business portion of the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor, aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
No.
The ayes have it. Motion to adopt resolution 2012-01 has passed. The next resolution on our agenda is a resolution setting forth public participation procedures adopted by the Sunshine Law. Do I have a motion to approve this resolution?
Move to adopt.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
I'm going to start by saying nay and just let you know that I object to the fact that I just received all this stuff now, and it's a committee meeting, have had zero time
To read any
to
of this.
read any of these resolutions that, just so everyone knows, are about this is one, and it's this thick. And I received it at 10 minutes to 7. So now that, you know, it was going to be okay if we were going to vote on this stuff a week from now, but knowing that we're voting on it now, I'm going to nay everything because I have no idea what's in here.
And you have your right to do that, Mr. Wigan. Thank you.
I know that. Thank you.
For your opinion. All in favor of the motion for resolution 2012-02? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
No.
Nay.
Ayes have it. Resolution 2012-02 is passed.
Oh.
I'd also like to make a motion that we have a roll call vote on any ayes and nays that are split, please.
Aye, nay.
Next item on our agenda is a resolution regarding the procedures for use of council meeting rooms by our community groups. The motion is for any of our community groups that wish to use this meeting room, that this resolution will make forth that you are able to use this meeting room as long as it isn't scheduled for a borough meeting and no one else is scheduled. It'll always be on a first come, first served basis. And the scheduling will be done with the borough secretary. She will keep a calendar, and if the date is available, the community group or whoever wishes to use it is able to use it. The only thing that we ask is when you do use it, that you leave it in the same condition that you found it. Do I have a motion to approve Resolution 2012-03 for the use of our council meeting room to be used by our community groups in our borough?
Move to adopt.
Do I have a second?
Second that.
Can I please have a roll call?
Mr. Bennett.
Yes.
Ms. Peterson.
Yes.
Mrs. Drowsky.
Yes.
Ms. Foley.
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan.
Nay.
Mr. Richter.
No.
Mrs. French.
Nay.
The vote is 4-3. The resolution will be passed. Our sixth item on the agenda is a resolution for a tax and revenue anticipation note. Do I have a motion to authorize the process of getting this note? The note is for $350,000 at 2.9% for 12 months. I'm sorry, 2.99% for 12 months.
Through Manufacturers and Traders Trust Company, M&T Bank. I believe had previously submitted a proposal to the Borough Council, and this is just accepting that proposal. That's what the resolution does. It accepts it. There's an Exhibit A, which is the form of the note. There's an Exhibit B, which lays out the proposal. And there's an Exhibit C, which is a form that has to be filled in to give the anticipated tax revenue per month. And I have reviewed the resolution and it is that's perfect.
Do I have a motion to authorize?
Move to adopt.
Second.
Can I please have a roll call?
Mr. Bennett.
Yes.
Ms. Peterson.
Yes.
Mrs. Drowsky.
Yes.
Ms. Foley.
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan.
Yes.
Ms. Rafter.
Yes.
Mrs. French.
Yes.
Resolution 2012-04 has been approved by council. The next three items on the agenda are based on a report of things that I think will make our borough better. We're adding an additional name to the bank and check records. The addition would be our Vice President, Christine Peterson. When we looked back in previous councils, the Vice President was always also a signer. Therefore, we wish to add Christine Peterson as an additional signer on our bank account. Do I have a motion to approve this?
Aye.
Do I have a
I
second?
have a question. How many
Yes.
signers is that now?
It'll be 4, just like before.
No, there was 3.
According
There
to
was 3.
M&T Bank sent us the previous list and there was 4.
There was 4?
Yes. So we are covering the same amount of signers as was done previously so that we stay in conformity with the previous council.
It was, I know it was 3, but then there was problems with somebody not always being available to sign checks, and I think that's why the 4th one was put up there.
Okay. Do I have a second to approve Christine Peterson as an additional signer on the account?
A second.
Can I please have a roll call?
Mr. Bennett.
Yes.
Ms. Peterson.
Yes.
Mrs. Drowsky.
Yes.
Ms. Foley.
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan.
Yes.
Ms. Rafter.
Yes.
Mrs. French.
Yes.
In your packets, you will find the distribution list of the committee assignments for everyone's review. And the third point is an election of the third council member to the police pension board. I have a motion to appoint.
Aye.
Motion to appoint Larry Penny.
Do I have a second for Larry Penny?
I'll second.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Benny?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mrs. Drowsky?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan?
No.
Ms. Richter?
No.
Mrs. French?
No.
4.
The vote is 4-3. Mr. Penny is now on the police pension board. The 8th item on our agenda is to award the bid of the recarpeting of the borough building rooms. This bid was done in the previous council, and it was done with a grant of $15,000. If we do not accept the proposal this evening, we lose the $15,000. Therefore, I am proposing that we award the bid to the lowest bidder, which was Mac Flooring Company Incorporated for $15,200. Do I have a motion to approve the bid?
Motion.
Second.
Can I please have a roll call?
Mr. Penny?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mrs. Drowsky?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan?
Yes.
Ms. Richter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
Have the borough secretary notify Mac Flooring that the bid was approved and to move forward with it. New business? Anyone would like to bring to the floor? No new business? We will move to public participation. Anyone out in the public who wishes to participate this evening? Yes, please stand.
Hi, my name is Sharon Slater. I'm in charge of the crossing guards.
Mhm.
I have my crossing guards with me. I just wanted to know if the crossing, is still going to be continued? Our hours, our sick days, our pay holidays,
We have frozen
frozen, yeah,
everything
record.
as of 2011. So what you had in 2011, which I believe was 4 sick days, 5 paid holidays, and your hours, that's what, until we review the budget and see where we stand, that is where you'll remain. Okay?
Madam President, the only thing I'd like to point out is that payroll did go up $12,000 as of the special meeting last week. It's not for you, it just went up 12,000, your pay is frozen up.
Well, what about the hours? Are they?
Your
stay
hours are the same. Your hours
So-
are the same. Your 4 sick days are the same, and your 5 paid holidays are the same. You're welcome. Anybody else for public participation?
I was not able to make the last meeting, and I know a lot of changes took place. My big question is, on the basis of trying to save money, we brought in a secretary at $40,000 and 2 other employees that are gonna be making $30,000. How do we save money? How do we save money? When we got rid of a borough manager who is doing the jobs of these people for less money.
Joe, can you answer that for us?
I'm the new treasurer, I'm not an employee, I'm a consultant, so that you'll see, the treasurer, I believe, is getting $3,600, and you paid the audit company, audit and consulting company like $23,000. I'm hired, I replaced the treasurer, and a portion that I'm hired at $15,000 with no social security taxes and no bennies, and we're in the process of trying to get an auditor in place for anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000, so you'll save $3,000 or $4,000 on that position. I believe the borough manager, the former borough manager, was making $54,000 or $55,000 plus benefits. So you'll save, Ms. Lasko will get benefits. You'll save, she's getting $40,000. You'll save $14,000 on salary there, and that's where Mr. Wilson's getting, I think, 12 or 13. So you'll save a couple $1,000. So you should save anywhere between $3,000 and $5,000 on the positions. Of those positions, you're not paying any more, and I can show it to you in black and white as I get more familiar with the system.
Well, I think we should have been presented that if this was gonna be a meeting and not a committee meeting, it should be presented.
It was presented last week in the directives that I read.
Okay, I also have another,
And-
how did you come to the consensus to appoint Ms. Glasgow as the borough, as the secretary?
Linda worked for the borough a few years ago.
And I have controversy with that, because she was here when the scandal broke down, that she should not have been put in that position, because she was here when that whole scandal went down. And I had very passionate about that she should not be sitting in that position.
Well, we felt that Linda's resume spoke for itself, and
You
we
felt
thought.
that she was here when the scandal broke out, and I believe
I
she was
understand
a
your-
part of it, she knew what was going on.
Okay,
And I don't think it's a right to the Folcroft people and the people that were affected by that you take it upon yourself to appoint somebody in that
We
position.
didn't see a resume or anything.
I think we should have.
And shouldn't it have been opened up?
thank you.
Why did you, really, I
Wait a
would
minute,
like to
you
know,
want-
I want an
you
answer
want
on it.
participation, well, we're
And I want an
participating.
answer
Yeah,
on
let
it.
us
Excuse
speak.
me, she's speaking.
And if she didn't know about it, shame on her for not knowing about what was going on in this building.
Excuse
And then I'd
me.
have more reason for her not wanting to sit in this position.
Excuse me.
Or at least having taken more time to consider who you were gonna sit in that position.
The decision's been made, and I'm sorry that you're unhappy with it.
Oh, I'm not the
But I
only one that's
feel-
unhappy with it.
I
am
feel
not
that
the
Linda
only
can
one.
do the position, and this is the position that we put her in.
And that's why that when, I bought my home, I had no railings, my curb was not done, she was in position. She was in position then. So don't tell me why I have grave concerns about her being in this position.
All right,
And I am a resident of the borough, and I think I
And
have
so am I,
a
and
strong
so is
opinion.
everybody else on this
And I
borough
think you made a
council.
wrong choice.
Well,
And I'm not saying change isn't good, but I don't think this position at this time, for her being in this position when she was here, when the biggest scandal in Folcroft broke.
okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I have a question. Were these positions advertised, or were they just said, if I get elected, you'll be that thing?
No, they were not done like that, not at all.
Were they, I'm asking, were they
No,
advertised?
they were not advertised. I'm
And
sorry,
how come
no, they were not
How
advertised.
come nobody else had a chance? I think it should have been advertised first, so maybe somebody else in the borough is just as qualified.
Right, there was no interviews, nothing.
And maybe we took it out of the
Why
way.
why wasn't the township notified that there was positions open where any of these people could have been, applied for them? There are several people in this building that are qualified to better the Folcroft Borough. Seriously, we were not notified about this? That's ridiculous.
If the people can elect you, the Democrat people, into your position, then why can't we elect who we would like in her position?
Council appoints the positions of the borough hall.
What council? Just you?
No, it wasn't just me, it was all of us. Well, we had.
Oh, no, it
there was a
wasn't.
vote. There was a vote of 4-3.
But don't you have to have a
Excuse me.
I'd like to say something, listen, I respect everyone's passion for being here, but we have to follow Robert's Rules of Order. The president will make sure that everybody has a chance to speak. If your hand's up, we'll stay here all night and listen to everybody's concerns. Has to be one at a time, or we're not gonna get anything done. Please, just wait to get called on, and you'll have the floor, I'll make sure.
I would like to know, did she put in an application or a resume, and did everybody on council get to see it?
Well, we didn't do a
I just-
council for the
I would like
resume
to know,
because prior council
Did you
knew
get
her
a resume from this lady and everyone get a copy of it for you to decide? No?
We knew her we didn't know her resume.
I had no clue who she
You were on
was.
council when she was in, when
I
she
was
in
not.
office.
For what, a month, and then when she was gone? I didn't have her resume, I didn't hire her, she was already here. She was hired by the council before me, asked her husband. That's who hired her, not me. She was already seated,
Okay, then I stand corrected.
yeah, she was already here.
The other thing
I'm
is.
sorry, this gentleman back here has been waiting patiently.
Just to say that I'm the fire chief for the borough. My name's Tom Weber. Hopefully, the rest of things don't go the way things are going right now. I'm going to ask the question actually to the solicitor. Can I do that? Is this legally being done, her position? Don't they have to advertise?
No, they don't.
They can just pick somebody out of
They
random.
can appoint whoever.
They don't have to
whoever
advertise
gets
for a
enough
job
votes.
position.
Whoever gets enough votes.
Enough
amongst the
votes,
council.
but
Enough
how
votes
did they,
amongst the
they
council.
just randomly picked her, sir?
I know that there was a motion made to appoint her as the secretary, and that was put up to a vote.
But
and
where did she come
the
from?
ayes
Like
had
I'm
it.
saying.
Again,
Nobody else knew.
That's.
Okay, so I'll defer back to the president, please. She just randomly appeared one day and said, I need a job?
No,
No, I'm not trying to, I should be sarcastic.
I understand, and I understand where you're coming
I'm
from.
trying to- I think everybody feels the
Excuse me,
same.
but I'm dealing with Mr. Weber here. I knew we wanted to take a different direction with our borough.
Okay.
We need to take a different direction with our borough.
Okay.
Okay? We are all being imposed with the 1% earned income tax. I'm
Okay.
trying to do as much financial construction so that we can get rid of the 1% earned income tax, because I feel we pay enough in taxes.
Okay.
Okay? I knew Linda worked for the borough. I knew it would be a smooth transition. Therefore, I called her and I asked her if she was available.
Okay.
She stated she was available.
What are her duties?
She's the borough secretary.
Okay, so in case of an
Any calls that you
emergency,
come in-
we don't have a manager that can make a decision.
We have a financial
But
director.
they're only part-time.
Mr. Pacenti is at our beck and call 24/7.
Okay. Can I defer back to the building that exploded a couple months ago when the borough manager was notified and put in place of all the emergency procedures that the borough ended? Who was that? Who are we supposed to notify now? If
For
we have a
the-
catastrophe in the borough like we had, all the flooding, the explosions, who am I supposed to notify now?
The borough secretary.
The borough secretary. So I need her number then.
And the police chief.
The police are all, I mean,
And
they're
as-
full-time all the time.
And also, you're part of that emergency management team, so you work as a team.
Exactly. I'm just saying, you know, on the borough end, it opened up different buildings that needed to be opened up when those catastrophes
I
happened.
understand that.
So the borough secretary will be able to do that for me?
Yes.
She lives locally?
She lives in West Grove.
So an hour away. Hold on, calm down, folks. Calm down. Calm down.
You just said a
Hold
few
on.
seconds ago.
Excuse me.
In the borough.
Excuse me. I understand what you guys are saying. So an hour away to get things to start happening, is that acceptable in your eyes?
The chief of police is your first point of contact in any emergency.
Okay. I understand that, but we used to be able to call our borough manager that we had, and who lived in Folcroft and could take care of all that. The police were helping us evacuate hundreds of people, so just in case their house blew up at the same time. There was a huge gas leak.
I understand that.
You know, and I'm really concerned that if I have to wait an hour to get other people to help us. As everybody in this room hopefully knows, our fire department is volunteer, 100% volunteer.
I do understand that my father. I understand that my father is a volunteer of our fire department.
I know.
And has been for many years. And I understand the concern for the safety of our borough.
Okay.
Okay? That is why we have a fire chief. That is why we have a police chief. Okay?
I've been with the fire department for 21 years.
Okay.
Okay.
And they do an exceptional job.
Yes, they do.
The men and women, they sure do.
They do.
But on a side note, you know, we're also dealing with a 23-year-old truck that is protecting these same people that are in this room and everybody else.
Which truck is 23 years old?
012, our engine, our firefighting engine is 23 years old this year.
Okay.
So they're supposed to be replaced at 20
You mean the
years
old
old.
pumper?
Yeah, our
But you
old
also
engine.
have the telesquirt.
Okay,
That is how old?
that is 7 years old.
Okay.
Okay.
So when one
But-
breaks, use the other one.
Well, we could use.
You don't get enough guys to get out.
Can we move on, please? Anyone else for public participation? Yes.
Who's our health inspector?
We've been informed that the health inspector has resigned, so we will be putting out I guess, information to obtain a new health inspector with the criteria.
Why don't you just appoint somebody? You just did that with the secretary. You
Because
just pick somebody.
Excuse me. Excuse me! Okay?
We have the right to speak.
The health inspector has special certifications and qualifications that they need to have. You cannot just appoint that position.
Be able to appoint any position in the borough.
Yes, sir.
You just said the health inspector has special qualifications. What qualifications does she have to be borough secretary
She has
that I don't have?
She has secretarial skills, she has Excel skills, she has
I
computer
have Excel
skills.
skills.
I have. Okay, you've made your point.
And we live in the borough.
Yes. You've made your point, my decision was made.
You just said it about the health inspector, so can I be health inspector?
The decision was made by council, it was a 4-3 vote.
I just want to know how come there's a lot of people in the borough who are qualified for her job, but yet she lives in West Grove and she's getting our money.
Yep.
And I understand about the 1% tax that the youth people said that we were going to go get rid of, and now you're saying if we can. I'm telling you, you just won the vote on that. My father is a senior citizen, and if his taxes go up, there's going to be a lot of problems with a lot of senior citizens because they can't even afford to eat or their medication right now.
My parents are also senior citizens.
I understand
in the
that.
borough.
I understand
And we're
that.
taking all of that into consideration.
Well,
That is
it
why
was said
we're-
that you, the Democrats, were going to get rid of the 1% tax.
Yep.
If you get rid of that 1% tax in the middle of the year, do I get a refund for what you took out?
Can't happen.
Or are you going to get that money?
No, Mom, they're gonna get that money. It's okay.
I mean, come on.
Don't pay it, make
Quick
it
credit.
Anybody
No, I
else
can't.
for
It comes out of my
participation? Yes,
check.
ma'am?
Yeah, I just do have a concern. I was just as, I don't think anybody was happy about the 1%, but I think just about every borough in our immediate area has adopted a 1%. And it is the lesser of the evils that we have to choose from, because the other solution would be to raise taxes somewhere else, which would affect the unemployed, the elderly. The 1% is for working people in the borough. And I don't think that those of you that have made this empty promise to do away with the 1% have really had the experience or really know what you're talking about when you think that you're just going to be able to get rid of that without having to raise something else, which is going to affect every person in the borough. And that's all I have to say.
Question for the solicitor, and it has to do with some of what I heard of what happened last week. You came in and you knew you were gonna appoint somebody last week, am I right? Yes. Well then, I have a question about more than 3 people getting together without it being a council meeting. Isn't there some legal ramifications to that? That no more than 3 people are allowed to get together, is that correct?
You're referring to the Sunshine Act?
Yeah.
I'd have to study, I mean.
Because I believe
you're
4
giving me a
of them got
hypothetical.
together and they decided that they were gonna sit her in a position and they came prepared and they never informed their fellow council members, and I believe that she was appointed in a wrong position. And I would say that Mrs. Skrupski had no right at that point to even get together with anybody and to go and appoint that. And I would ask for her resignation and to get rid of Ms. Lasko. Well, they met earlier and did not consult their other council members as to what they were going to do. And I believe there is a law. And I would like it looked into as a Folcroft taxpayer and resident. And 1%, if everybody's gonna get 1%, make sure everybody's getting it taken out. That's what I would like to make sure, because I know I had to fill out papers. Is everybody paying the 1% tax in all those apartments?
Well,
Thank
according
you.
to the state of Pennsylvania, they just filed the Act 32 where all the employers are responsible to collect the 1% and to forward it to your borough. My company works out of New York, and I had to fill out the form for my company that will send the check to Centrix before me because of the Act 32.
Do you have a date when you're gonna repeal this 1% tax?
We're still looking over the budget. We're still looking over all the expenditures that the budget has incurred. And under the direction of Mr. Pacenti, we will move forward and hopefully we will be able to do it.
I have a question. I came up Friday after work. It was approximately 4 o'clock. Can you tell me why everything was locked up? I thought the hours were 8 to 4:30.
Linda's
Did we
hours are 8
change?
to 4.
Oh, we changed. An hour paid lunch, we're going back to that. That was one of the reasons we changed. Because for all these years, when we went to do the highway contract, the highway guys were working 7 to 3:30.
But Linda's Linda's not a union employee.
Well, Judy was working 8 to 4:30 and doing meetings. Now I understand you came in at 12 o'clock today, left early on Friday.
Yeah, it is.
That's to do with traffic.
Not around the corner. Not at all.
And I'd like to state something. In this office back here, it's only elected officials, correct? Okay.
Well, unless Mr. Wilson or Linda are having a meeting with,
So,
like we had engineers here
Mr.
today.
Rotsky is not allowed back there.
No.
Can I just state that
Yes.
on record?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because last week, I knew that he was back there.
Okay.
So if any personal information gets leaked out, whatever, then we know.
Okay.
Okay.
How many hours a week is Mr. Wilson gonna be working for 14,000 a year?
15.
Well past that. A week? As everybody knows.
15 hours a week.
Can I ask what Mr. Wilson's qualifications were for this position?
Mr. Wilson, would you like to address that with your qualifications?
I have my master's in emergency development from New York University. I served 8 years in the New York State Legislature as a delegate to the White House Conference on Aging under President Ronald Reagan. I have served as a member of the Delaware County Board of Elections by appointment of the Delaware County County Council. And when I was in the legislature in New York, I supervised a staff of 25 people. I understand how the government works, federal, state, and county, and locality. And the 15 hours, by the way, pertains to the minimum number that I intend to be in the office. Meantime, the rest of the week, I'm at 2125 Delmont Drive where I live, which I think everybody knows, in my own office, working in any way that I can help this council and the borough that I live in.
Was there an interview process for this position? Carroll County's just appointed? Okay, so he's now.
Was that the same issue that we had with her? 4 people got together. So does that position need to be looked into also under the Sunshine Act?
That's not what was even said. I've known Mr. Wilson for several years and I value his political skills and his knowledge of government. The main reason I really wanted to bring him on is because he knows the state legislators, he knows the congressmen, he knows how to get us grants to help us fix things here in the borough. He knows how to talk the political language to all the legislators to bring money to our borough, which we need to get our roads fixed, to get things done here. We need financial help. He is going to be our liaison in talking to those legislators, talking to Mr. Brady, talking to Mr. McGarelli, talking to all our legislators to bring them back to Folcroft to get our borough back on track. I felt with his political background, he is able to accomplish that for us. Now granted, if council doesn't approve or like what he does in the next 6 months, we can say goodbye. Okay? But I feel with his background that we will be able to move forward in our borough, to bring things to our borough that have been missing for many years. And you all know we've been missing things for many years. And I just hope that you understand the changes that we've made, and I hope that you can work with us, not against us. We're all here to work together. We're not here to fight. We're not here to pass judgment. We just want to make what's better for the borough. And I think the team that we've put together with Mr. Pacenti and his accounting background, with Mr. Wilson and his political background, and with Mr. Santarelli and his attorney background and soliciting, I think we can move forward and do better things for our borough.
I still position that it was done illegally and it wasn't done in the right position and it wasn't done in the right fashion. And I would still ask for your resignation and I would still ask for Ms. Lasko to be not in that position at this point. And I would like to find out when I will get an answer to whether there was illegal activity done prior to the last session, because apparently Ms. Ropsky came in with all these grand ideas and appointed people prior knowledge and having them already set into place. So there was some talking going on between other council members, which excluded 4 other people that are sitting up there, and that doesn't work like that. You're supposed to have a committee meeting and you're supposed to discuss this up and be all on the same page. You just came in, blindsided everybody, and said this is the way it's going to be. You didn't ask anybody. You didn't ask your fellow council members, you just came in and did what you were going to do, and it was prior, and I believe it was done illegally, and I would still ask for your resignation, and I would ask for her to be unappointed.
Thank you.
I do have one comment, because you act like we never applied for any grants. We applied for many grants.
I
If
did
you go
not
back
say
in
that,
the files,
Mary Ann. I did not say that. I just said
but you're making it sound
I'm
like you're
sorry.
gonna come in and apply for all these grants like we did
No,
nothing.
I never said that,
We got
Mary Ann.
denied a lot.
Okay.
There's a
And
lot.
hopefully with Mr. Wilson, we can reapply
I know,
and get
there
it.
has to be money out there.
Right.
Like this last one, 15,000, that was $100,000 grant that we were very happy to get.
Right. And I
The new
understand that. I
police
know
car,
you
that
guys.
was another grant.
I know. I
They
know
were
that.
little ones, but nobody was giving you anything big. I mean, we applied with PennDOT for the roads and to do Delmar Drive. We got shot down because not, well, bridge states are more important, those bridge, everything's more important than Little Folcroft. You're gonna find that out. I know. I just wanted to.
But I never said you
Okay,
did
well,
not. I never said that.
We tried.
I understand that, and I thank you for that. I thank you for everything you've done. But I think we can move forward and do better. I really do.
Money's out there, I don't think it's out there, but I know. And I know this is not the time or place, it's a personnel matter, but I would like to know, the agreement that Mrs. Lasko, and I know this will be between you and I wanna know vacation days, sick days, and I know that's not part of what's on council floor, but I'd like to know what, just exactly what her package, healthcare, because we were moving, scaling down.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to know who's going to fill the shoes of Dave Spangenberg and do everything for this community that he used to do.
What did Mr. Spangenberg, what committee did Mr. Spangenberg sit on?
Recreation.
That would be Christine.
And highway and library.
That would be Miss Christine Peterson, Mr. Larry Penny, Miss Lauren Foley. They're on committees. Larry Penny is the chairman of Highway Sanitation. Christine Peterson is the chairman of Recreation. Lauren is the chairperson of Library.
Why aren't they chairing anything?
We didn't get any, don't worry, we're on there, but we didn't get any, that's all right. Give us
that
more
working
time to
together part.
scrutinize.
We're all working together.
Right, we're working together.
It was the second meeting I
we
showed
be
up
read
and
that?
handed paper.
Who's
Well,
on the
hey,
committee?
hang on a second, I just wanna say this, it's my second meeting, I've been handed papers right at the meeting, we're gonna work together, just without anybody on this side of the table, that's how we're gonna work
At least
together.
their name isn't next to it and telling them what to say though, this is true.
Why aren't they included? Why didn't they
I
know
got
until?
this, I got this packet at the same time today. I got it at the same time. I got here early tonight and my packet was sitting right here.
Who makes up the packet?
The packet was made up by Mr. Wilson and Miss Lasko.
So Mr. Wilson appointed the committees?
I say, yeah,
No, I appointed the committees as discretion of the president, which is,
So a brand new council comes in here, and you don't think that any one of our expertise over the last 2 years for me, Mary Ann 6, was invaluable at all to Folcroft?
Oh, wait, we combined 4 of them, we got police, fire, FEMA, and health, all in one now. They're all different line, but, well,
Who do I need to talk to for
You have
fire?
something to say,
I
say it,
don't know.
because you're over here mumbling, and it's quite annoying. If you have something to say, stand up and say it.
Not annoying, you're at it.
Yeah, it is. I have the right to
back to helping this borough, which
That's
we're not doing right now.
disrespectful.
He's an employee of the borough.
This is what we got for Folcroft. Thank you very much.
And he also reports to this council, and I don't think anybody that works for this borough should talk to anybody that lives in this community in that fashion. You owe Miss Spangenberg an apology. And you're probably not going to get it, so I'll apologize. But that's not a way to conduct yourself in public.
No, he's gonna mumble. No, he's gonna mumble over there, it's okay.
So is the borough gonna all work, the council gonna all work together?
Obviously not.
No.
Well, then they should know what this is doing. One hand
Saying
should
you
know what
hope
the
so,
other
and then
doing.
the actions that have apparently happened in the last 2 weeks are two completely different things. You may have gotten your packet 10 minutes before you walked through the door, however, considering you appointed all of the positions on all of the committees and the secretary, you are the one who told them what to put in the packet. So you getting it 10 minutes before the meeting doesn't count for anything.
Actually, the resolutions that we proposed were given to us by our solicitor so that our meetings would run smoother, so that our calendar was changed, and so that the tax revenue anticipation would put through. Those items on our agenda were given to us by our solicitor.
Okay, but you knew about them, whether you got the packet
No,
10
I
minutes
didn't.
ago or not, you knew about them beforehand.
No, I did not.
Then I'm kind of concerned that you
Actually,
just
I found out- I'm
approved
sorry.
motions that you just got 10 minutes ago that you didn't read.
No, I
And
got
you are
here-
the council president.
Excuse me, I took a half a day from work today and came up here and read my packet.
Okay, so you did get it 10 minutes before you walked in, like you said 20 minutes ago.
Double talk.
Four pumps.
Yep.
I know. Again, are there any other comments?
Yeah. I just want to know one thing. When somebody is hired into the position, you know, do you do a background check on them?
That was a no.
Is there a background check done? You appointed these jobs, is there a background check done on these people? That's all I want to know. No criminal background check, fraud, nothing. No background check is done.
You have to be kidding.
It is the law.
Okay.
You are kidding.
I'm a receptionist, I make $11 an hour, and I had to have a whole check done on me. How is that possible? But she can run a borough?
You are out of line. You are out of line.
What the heck?
And I, as a resident, would like to know if I can have a background check. Can I have that? I want that.
I don't know if she's on that file.
Well, I want that. I live here, I pay my taxes.
I'll
and that's
second
what
that, I want that, I
a
want that
background check.
too. She has her young kid in there.
And I wanna see a person.
And you wouldn't. I do. You brought your young kid in there. Your kid know people like that?
I would like to know if the mayor, isn't the mayor supposed to be running the town and running the borough? Because he should have had more of the responsibility and the information reported to him. He should know before anybody else what's going on.
He didn't receive anything until he came in tonight.
He should know before anything else is going on. Where's the respect there? And I thought the mayor ran the borough. But, thank you.
I have a question.
Really? Mr. Wilson,
Sorry.
Mr. Fry. is
As
the
a
mayor of
resident, where
Folcroft.
would I get a copy of the governing documents that govern the borough and the council members on the borough? Where can I get a copy of them?
You can get a copy of the Pennsylvania Borough Code.
Okay.
At the library, I assume they
Okay.
have it at the law library.
Okay.
Folcroft has a.
That I can get at the Folcroft Library?
I don't know, the Folcroft Library, I know the Delaware County Law Library.
Okay.
The library chair.
Okay.
Continuance of what she was asking, we used to be able to pull it up online from the Folcroft website, and it seems like everything has been locked out.
Yes,
We cannot look at any of the ordinances.
Yes,
Nothing.
the ordinances are not available.
From what I
online.
understand, the borough website was done by someone else, and it wasn't part of the borough, and it has been dismantled. I don't know why it was dismantled, but,
Do you intend to have one?
and we will look into it.
Are there any further, expectations of getting that back up and running?
As soon as we find out who the person was that ran the
I put together the website. I believe your domain may have expired, I don't know. But I tried to update it prior to leaving council and it was unavailable. That's something you'll need to look at if the domain is, needs to be renewed. I don't know
who
when.
the domain was with, the
Um,
company?
I got that from Judy 4 years ago. She should be in the
We should
file
have
somewhere.
Record somewhere in the file.
Yeah, there should be a record in the file.
Okay, thank you. That's a big help. Because now we can find out who the domain was and get it back up and running for everyone, because I used it also, so that's how I found out.
There was nothing malicious in that. I just went to go update it and it was not available anymore.
I have a question. Who's supposed to the Recreation Committee? One of those in West Grove?
No, Christine Peterson.
I live in Folcroft, sir.
Could you read off the committees and who's assigned to each one for our information?
Is there a way to get a copy of that also? Who's on what committee?
For the Highway, Sanitation, and Sewer, the chairperson is Larry Penny, Michelle Rafter, and Christine Peterson are on the committee. The Police, Fire, FEMA, and Health is chaired by Christine Peterson. Myself and Larry Penny are also on the committee.
Can you ask me why they were combined? So,
I just felt it would be better to put them all together because they all serve the same purpose. Building and Zoning, I have a chair as Larry Penny, Lauren Foley, and Michelle Rafter are on the committee. Finance and Administration, I myself am chairing that. I have an accounting background. Lauren Foley and Christine Peterson are also on the committee. Recreation, Christine Peterson is the chairperson. Larry Penny and Jason McGuigan are on the committee. Insurance is myself as the chair, Christine Peterson and Jason McGuigan are on the committee. The library, chairperson is Lauren Foley, myself and Marianne French are on the committee. In ordinances, Lauren Foley is the chairperson, myself and Marianne French are the committee people.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys don't share all of them.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Who like nominates or like elects the people of the committee?
There is no nomination process, it's at the discretion of the council president.
So, you guys are saying
Excuse me.
you're working together.
That was uncalled for.
I'm talking, that's uncalled for.
Well,
I don't care what they say, I'm
okay,
talking.
thank you.
I have the floor.
Okay,
Thank you.
go ahead.
Why are there only you four? Like, why aren't the people with prior knowledge at least running one committee? You guys just came in for a week. Now you guys are running all this stuff. Is there going to be a community day? Probably not. Because you guys probably know how to set it up.
Yes, there will be a community
I
day.
love that. But why are people with prior knowledge, like they're, like, as, like, community chairs? Do you feel they're not qualified? Like, why?
I felt by putting the people in as chairs, it would give them an opportunity to work with previous council to get the knowledge and to work together on those committees.
I have another question.
Okay.
You felt, or did everybody felt?
I
Or
felt.
You just felt?
I went
you
through
just-
these
you just
myself.
had
I
a-
actually took.
You're talking about interrupting people.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
talking, you're interrupting
I'm
me for a
sorry.
second time.
I'm sorry.
Jesus. Look, you're talking about you.
It's
Isn't it about everybody? Like working together, like
As a family.
Lawrence, Christine, the girl from West Grove, the guy who sits there and does nothing, Lauren, Jason, Michelle, Marianne, and Bob. Like, we're not gonna work together, we're not gonna get anything done. It's simple as that.
The committees are formed by the discretion of council president. When
But
I
did
was
you
elected
talk
this-
to anybody?
No, I took
You
the
just
ordinance
thought.
book.
You
I
just
took-
thought.
Yes, I actually took the ordinance book. I filled out, my husband filled out a right to
Your
know for me.
husband? Who the hell's your
because-
husband?
There we go.
We
We
just
just
said-
said,
What does he have to do with
Say
council?
your
Excuse
husband.
me,
There you go.
excuse me,
I'm still
okay?
talking.
No,
What does he have
I'm
answer
trying
the
to
question.
answer you.
What does he have to do with
He has
council?
nothing, he filled out.
Then
the
why
right-
is he filling it out?
Because I don't get him from work normally
Oh,
until
fine. The other council president filling out whatever you're filling out without going to work. She worked. Why?
You know, and I was done at 4 o'clock, I mean, not everybody's that lucky, but.
I mean, why? If he has nothing to do with council, why can't I fill it out?
You can fill out
You can
a
do
right
anything
to
you
know
want.
and pay 50 cents a copy, like I gave my husband the money, and he went and filled out the right to know, and got it for me, because I wanted to know what I needed to do.
It's 2 weeks ago.
So he filled out the right to know, paid 50 cents a copy, and then they made a copy of the ordinances for me, and he brought it home, and I sat there last Wednesday and Thursday, and I went through all the committees and made my decision.
Based on what?
Based on the knowledge of what I know about the people that I put into the positions.
What do you know about these 3 people that you did not feel?
I'm sorry. I put them on the committees with
Why
the
not
new
as,
chair.
why not as chair?
Some of the committees are chaired by all new people, just so you know, so that's actually a fabrication. There's some committees that we're not, and none of us are on chair or otherwise, police being one of them.
And I'd just like to say, as past president of the council, when I did the committees, I was on finance, that was it. The president oversees the committees. You shouldn't be sitting on the committee. You should really oversee, if you look at the borough code, you oversee all the committees.
I misread it.
No, whatever, Mr. Signorelli, but you know, he just, that's a power play.
So what
So for this year,
You should oversee what everybody is doing, even Denny O'Mahony, he sat on finance, that was it. But he oversaw, like, whatever you're not, like, whatever, like, if you take yourself off, he sat, and he oversaw all the committees.
I was not aware of that.
That's why I did it that way, because that's the way he did it, and I'm sure before that, I don't know, but, I mean, I was only here when Dennis was president, and just only sat on the one. So it just might be something to think about, and if, you know, I mean, I know you can change this at any time, but that's the way it was explained to me. I don't know if anybody explained it to you. I think that's why they're coming at you like this is a revenge, okay? Just keep it back in your head.